All right. Welcome to Stake It Podcast, the student edition with the lovely, the smart, the beautiful Talita. Talita, welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome, Talita. We can't wait to hear from you, to learn from you, and just dip from that well of wisdom. So, Talita, kindly share a bit about yourself with us. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay, so I am currently working as a debt collector, planning to do some part-time studying next year on cosmetic chemist. That's a whole different field from what I'm here for. So, okay, Talita is a very unpredictable character. I tend to say that a lot because my reactions are never predictable at sometimes. But I'm a very bubbly soul, I would say, and warm-hearted person, loving. But I also keep to myself. You would normally say that I'm a very type of person that is introverted, extrovert. I love my space. I love people, but at the same time, I have time to like stay away from people.
Awesome. You're an introverted, at the same time you're extroverted.
Yeah.
That sounds more like an ambivert, but we'll deal with it with a nuance on another day.
All right.
So Talita, kindly take us through your journey, how you got to study what you studied. Yeah, what sparkled the interest for you to get into that field?
Believe it or not, growing up at home watching all these soapies, there was a soapy that was called Muvango. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
It always played at SABC2 after Generations, and then after Generation it will be another soapy. Then after that soapy it will be Muvango. Muvango, where there is who is this chief? But I forgot the chief's name. So in Muvango there was a character named Tandaza.
Yeah, I remember
Do you
her.
remember?
Yes.
Tandaza was this boss, CEO boss in a corporate business. So Tandaza, I literally really loved her. Her name is Cindy Latu. Like, yeah, I loved her character. I loved the way she was not controlled by any other man. No offense, but but I love the way that she took charge in everything that she does. She knows what she wants and she goes for it. And if you also notice that in the other soapy that was playing,
Yeah.
she was also like that.
Yeah.
You know, it never changed. So I love that about it. And I always grew up and I was like, when I was growing up, I was like, I want to be her. I literally want to be just like her in real life, not just in acting. So with acting, it just came out of nowhere, to be
Yeah.
honest, because I was just a poet at school, a motivational speaker, and I would do spoken word poetry. I would sing in choirs, and then when I was done with high school, I went to work, and then after work, I decided, no man, I want to study. And then in studying, I did some research, and I heard from a friend that there's a school called City Varsity, and I was like, what does it do with? You know, what happens there? And then she was like, it's an acting, and I was like, acting. I've actually thought of acting
Yeah.
before with Tandaza and stuff. So that's where the spark grew from, you see. And I approached the school and then I went inside, I went to ask some questions and find out for myself. So please, guys, please, to anyone that wants to do something, do some research and get to know more about it so that you know what you're getting yourself into. So yeah, I got myself into that. Starting a school year, I went for an orientation week. It was nice, a bit weird because I'm like, okay, I too crowded, but okay, we'll deal with it when we get there. First day at school, I met some lovely souls, and I wouldn't say that there wasn't competition when it comes to acting,
Yeah.
because obviously everyone have different talents. We got into a class. It is City Varsity, which is a private institution, so there's not many learners in it. Um, as the year went on, it was beautiful. It was amazing. Oh, there was this module called voice. So now you think that voice is like we sing and stuff like that, but no, it was not like that. I was like, oh, so ma'am, we don't sing. She was like, no, you don't sing. I'm like, we don't sing. She's like, no, you don't sing.
Yeah.
So my lecturer's name was Melanie. My voice lecturer.
Yeah.
So she was like, no, we don't sing. What we do, we practice articulation and tongue twisters and so forth, you know? So what we did was there was little books that we were told to buy. I think it was a bit of A4 type of little books. Yeah, we had to write, like you would say, journal. Yeah, we journaled every day that, so my day went like this is what we did, and stuff like that. You see, because they want to check. It was a beautiful thing because you get to, when you read the book continuously, you're like, no, man, I've grown from this day when I started with the course or when I started with studying, and now I'm here. You'd see your development as a thespian, because that's what we called when you are an acting
Beg your
student.
pardon, you said?
A thespian.
Thespian. Okay.
Thespian.
Is it possible for you to move your mic, sorry, a bit closer?
Okay. So we called like thespians.
Yeah.
You see, as acting students. And I was like, okay, cool. Thespian. It is amazing. So there's also a module that was called movement room. I always thought that, okay, we just stretch and all that, but only to find out that it was contemporary, which was lovely for me because back in primary school,
Yeah.
I did contemporary a lot. We would perform as well in different places. We were in Artscape once. So for me, it was amazing because I'm like, I'm encountering my dancing thing that I love so much, but I had to stop because of some reasons. So we got to dance. I got to love it a lot. It was amazing. Okay, believe it or not, that was the only module that I loved because it had dancing in it. So, but even the other ones were actually very nice. I enjoyed it so much. And yeah, so there's just a lot that involves it, you know. With acting, I can talk up until the sun goes down. Oh, there was also another so sorry. Another one called live performance, and I
Yeah.
was like, is live performance theater or what? I was so confused. And then when I got to our first class, we had to improvise, do some improvise. Yeah, improv.
Improv,
So we had to act as if we're doing what can I say? Maybe if you're washing something or you're drinking a cup of tea, but there's no tea, there's no kettle, there's no nothing. You had to literally show that, okay, now I'm drinking a cup of tea. And I was like, this is weird. Why are we acting as if, okay, this is happening? But, you know, as it starts, there was a reason for that. Because at some point, when you're picking up a cup of tea or if I'm picking up a bottle of water,
Yeah.
it has to make a statement in some way. I don't know why, but you have to literally make us everything that an actor does or every prop that an actor picks up, it has to make a statement. It has to mean something in it. You can't just pick up for no reason. There has to be a reason why you're picking it up. So yeah, when I got to do that, I had to okay, I got to understand that, okay, fine, this has to happen, you know. This is the reason why it has to. So okay, but I'm driving away from what I was talking about. So with that, we did what we call the live performance
Yeah.
module. That was the one that some people cried. It was emotional because you literally had to show emotions, and some people, for me, weird enough, I did not cry. I only cried in a module called professional practice.
Yeah.
That was the only time I cried because I was like, damn.
And why were people crying? Was it because it was
There's
painful, hard, or what was the reason for people crying?
okay, there's a thing, there's a practitioner called Konstantin Stanislavski. Yeah, so in art, in theaters, they use him a lot. Even in acting, they use him a lot because he has different, how can I say? He has different studies whereby he shows that if you give an actor this thing to practice, or let me say, for instance, there's a study whereby he tells us that you have to go through memory lane. You see, and in that memory lane, you have to think of something that that was tragic, you understand, that caused a lot of pain in you. Let me say, as an actor, right, you have to show emotions. If you're sad, if you're happy, if you're angry, if you sorrowful, like
Yeah.
you just, break down. And there's a problem when an actor cannot show those type of emotions. You have to. So if you can't show those type of emotions, like get yourself, there's such thing of getting yourself into a removing yourself and wearing the character.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, getting yourself into a character's shoes and feel the pain that they actually experienced. Now, when we talk about this, you have to cry. So with that said, you had to literally think of something that hurt you the most. If it
Most.
was heartbreak, if it was your dad dying, example me. So you have to think about that as well and then express it. Now, in my case, I had to use my dad dying, and I had to pretend as if I'm talking to him, asking him questions that I don't have answers to. So in professional practice, we were doing a monologue. So and she asked, not such as monologue. We had to keep quiet. Excuse me. We had to keep quiet, and then while keeping quiet, she'll tell you when to open your eyes in front of a camera. And then she will tell you, think about something that hurt you the most. Think about something, that got you in a bad place and something like that. I want to see it in your eyes. But when I got there, I could not think of anything. I opened my eyes, I was normal. Other children, they had tears. Other children. So if a person goes for acting, don't expect the same reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone is different.
True.
And when I'm saying that different, you might not close your eyes and then open with a different emotion. You might be just normal as I was. It took the lecturer telling me that, you know what, Talita, have you ever experienced heartbreak? And I was like, yes, I have. And then she was like, talk to it. And I was like, what do you mean?
Wow.
She's like, talk to the heartbreak.
Wow.
You see, tell it how you feel. And I was like, okay, fine. I closed my eyes. I'm thinking, nah, me, I'm a tough person.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do that. I kept quiet. And then I opened my eyes. And then out of nowhere, I started talking. As I started talking, I cried. I literally cried. You know, when you cry, you feel like I just kept on talking while the tears were just running down
Yeah.
my cheeks. And I was like, it felt like therapy in a way.
Yeah.
That's how I view drama. That's how I view acting. It's therapy because you get to deal with the parts that you don't deal with. So for me, I cried. After I cried, she gave me a hug and she was like, you can excuse yourself and then come back again. And while I was crying, funny enough, oh my God, my classmates, they were also crying. Even the one that was holding the phone, visualizing everything, she was like, and I was like, look, guys, why are you crying? Because I was done already. I
Yeah.
was done speaking to my pain, telling my heart that we are here now. This happened to you, and then what's going on? What's next? You understand? And then, yeah, it was amazing the fact that okay, I poured my heart even without. It's nice to pour your heart without people knowing without people knowing what you actually experienced.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're pouring your heart in the form of a monologue. That is why I always say that when you're a poet, when you're a writer, it's a beautiful thing because at times you don't have to literally console in someone, to talk to someone about your problems. You just have to write.
Yeah.
You just have to journal it. And then
Yeah.
when you go back there, you're like, damn, was that me? So it's just the case. For me, I always write, I always journal.
Yeah.
It's amazing, it's beautiful. Hence why I mentioned the fact that before we actually started with the whole thing that we're doing right now,
Yeah.
that I don't perform my own poems. I would literally be like, can I perform somebody else's poem? Because
Yeah.
my ones are like personal. So if I like say it out loud, people will like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so people know your problem now. So what are you going to do? What are you going to hide? Because as a writer, as a poet, writing is like your hiding place.
Yeah.
You see, pen and
True.
ink means a lot to writers. Like, yeah.
Awesome. I think you've really dished out a lot. Let us focus on the subjects because you mentioned about 4 subjects, if I'm not mistaken. I know one was voice, the other one was the one you mentioned, the author's name, quite a bit of a difficult. No, I mean the guy, the
The
emotion. Yeah.
Stanislavski. Yeah.
So I can't remember the other two quite well. But I want to know, with thinking about someone transitioning right now from high school to maybe study at City Varsity and study acting like you did, what are the subjects that they need from high school to study that? If and I've also picked up a pattern, right? Some schools have got societies, like maybe debate society, maybe drama society, and stuff like that. What else do they need from high school to prepare themselves for the acting world?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
I did pure commerce in school.
Wow.
Pure mids,
Yeah.
accounting, economics, and business. I only changed it when I was in grade 12. So I wouldn't say a person needs certain subjects
Yeah.
to be an acting student.
Yeah.
No, go for it. Amba, go and study the damn stuff, the damn course. Just go and study
Yes.
because
Yes.
what are you waiting for? Because I
Yeah.
realized I'm like, no, so I got a headache for nothing at school. I stayed for hours studying something
Yeah.
for this
Yes.
because I realized that when you're in primary school, you're like, I want to become a doctor. When you're in grade 8, you're like, I want to become a pilot.
Yes.
When you're in grade 10, you're like, I want to become a social worker. I mean, you change what you want to be depending on your surroundings,
Yeah.
on what you see, on what you're inspired by. You tend to change a lot. I do not know how many times did I change. Once I was like, I want to become a singer and have different albums and so forth and receive like those trophies and so forth. So for me, I was like, when I was in grade 12, the last thing that I said I want to become is a psychologist, believe it or
Interesting.
not. And then
Interesting.
I was like, nah, I'm not a good listener. No, because I have a low attention span. So for me, if I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, oh, okay. But then at some point, I would lose my attention and I would distract myself with something
Yeah.
so that I can be able to listen to you. Because if I don't distract myself with something, my mind is gone. I'm anywhere but somewhere.
Yeah.
So you don't need any subjects. Just go for it and search for a school that you want to go to. And there is after.
After.
So
Okay.
yeah, after so many students are going to that school since City Varsity. I heard that City Varsity is going to get deregistered from next year onwards.
Snap.
Yes, and the most hurtful part is the fact that students from Joburg, because there's also City Varsity in Joburg,
Yeah.
they came straight to Cape Town to finish their course and so forth. There's even first year learners, and only to find out that the school is going to be deregistered and so forth. It hurts. But then most of them are going to after now.
Oh.
I have his name is Pume Zomagwa.
Yeah.
He's an after right now. So yeah, at least it's going to continue there. That one is not getting deregistered any moment soon. So yeah, they can go to after. It's also beautiful. I've heard so many beautiful stories about after as well. They have like a huge theater. I've never been there, but yeah, it's good. They must do their own research.
Okay. Awesome. I think my question's still around a bit of some subjects. Like I know universities, right? Many universities and some colleges also have what you call APS scores. What is required for you to get in matric to qualify for a specific course? Does AFTER and City Varsity, if City Varsity is still active next year, have APS scores?
As it is in the real world, that
Yeah.
for work, right? You
Yeah.
should have a grade 12.
Yes.
So that's what I would say. Just have a grade 12. If you don't have a grade 12, then you busted. Just have a grade 12.
Wow.
Pass your matric.
Yeah.
Wow. Just pass your matric.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
Cool. Awesome. So now let's talk about any interesting project that you took part in over the years.
Okay. All right. So I was part of the groups that were going to be, how can I say this? That we're going to be part of the Zabalaza thingy.
Yeah.
Yes, festival, Zabalaza festival, yes. We were supposed to be performing in March. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Just for the benefit of the guest, what is Zabalaza?
Yeah, how can I explain Zabalaza? Zabalaza is literally a production or something that
Yeah.
has, okay, I would just, in my own words, I would say Zabalaza are people that are scouting for new talents.
Okay.
Yes, like directors that will go to theaters to watch a play to see if there's any new talent that they can pick and be like, I want to work with you. So that's basically Zabalaza. And Zabalaza is literally not only scouting, but they're there to introduce people that want to show their talents to the world. Because after you're through with that, you start your first performance, you keep on performing over and over again according to what they tell you. And that's when you get to meet different directors. You never know who's sitting in that corner of the stool. You never know who came to watch you. It could be John Kanye, it could be Cindy Latu, it could be anyone, but they never like, they always camouflage when they come to watch. And then you get a call being like, come and show up over here, come to the office, what. You never know. So Zabala's are literally like that. They're introducing new talent to the world. People come and watch in theaters.
Yeah.
And then from then onwards, you show them who you are.
Awesome.
That's literally Zabalaza. It's like, how can I say, they uplift you in a way. And they even have like mentors to help you with your group. And they even have a director called Mdu. Yeah, he was doing, when was it? But it was in, what month were we in? Okay, in May.
Yeah.
There was a performance that took place, but it's going on again. I forgot what it's called. I really forgot. Can I take my phone and show you?
Sure.
All right. We actually spoke to him about going, me and my group, but I don't know what went on. I think life got busy with work and everything else, so we couldn't make it. Yes, Trouble in Mind, Du's production.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing. It took, the first performance was on the 15th of May, but we couldn't go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
To get back to the project, you initially were mentioning the Zabalaza project. Is that the only project that you have been part of, or is there anything else?
That was the first project
Yeah.
that I was part of, but it did not succeed for some reasons. But like, that's history. Maybe we might go back
Yeah.
and dip into it, like the chicken nuggets. But anyways, yes, there is a production that I'm busy with, which is called Kuluna. Kuluna was also part of Zabalaza, believe it or not. Was it 3 years ago? I'm not sure. I think it was 3 years ago whereby they performed. They were not a winning team, but they were great at what they did. And they did get some money because obviously when people buy tickets and so forth, the team separates money. You see. So there's a guy called Mosquito Fly. He's known by Mosquito, a comedian. Mosquito, his name is Jeremiah.
Yeah.
He approached me saying that I would love you to be part of the actors that will be part of the Kuluna script that we're going to be performing. So it's going to be performed in July. So right now we're just busy with like rehearsals and so forth. Kuluna, I do not know much about it yet because we just had a rehearsal yesterday. But all in all, it's introducing, how can I say, the struggles of migrants, refugees, and asylum seekers, and showing the world how they struggle and all. And so, okay, I can give you a bit of a sneak peek.
Yeah.
So there is a father that is struggling with his son. And the son is being stubborn, is into this gangsterism type of thing. And the father keeps on reminding him that we're coming back from Congo.
Yeah.
And you are doing this. These people are gonna hate us more. They're already calling me in this neighborhood. They're already calling me border jumper. So they're gonna call me more names if you keep on embarrassing us. So the son is all about, no, I should keep you safe. You see, he has this bad influence of a friend, and then he has these two annoying sisters. I happen to be one of them, the most annoying sister. So if everyone you want to see me being annoying, please do come in July to come and watch.
You have heard, if you want to see Talita, that annoying sister, you know where to go.
It's lovely. It's beautiful. It takes people on a journey, actually. Yeah. And there's also singing that's, it's going to be part of it.
Awesome, awesome. I mean, you've had a very fun journey. It's not just studying. I mean, it's fun. You know
It
that.
has been fun. It's really been fun. I mean, with the dancing at school,
Yeah,
with my classmates as well. Not to say that there were no bickerings
yeah,
between the classmates, but there were. But when it came to time, when it comes to time of performing, the
yeah.
way we delivered was
Yes.
amazing. Because we put our personal feelings aside and then we focus on being thespians. We're here to be actors.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And we would go, there's a thing called consultations. Before you actually perform your thing, you would first go to consultation. But I must plead the fifth. I never went to consultations. I never, but yeah, my performances were quite good.
We've spoken a lot about the practical side of your educational studies and stuff. Oftentimes, your students say, "Hey, exams are chowing me. Exams are doing that." Let's talk about exams. Do you guys write a lot of exams? Because I
We
mean, it's
do.
acting.
I thought that, no, we don't write exams. We don't do this. And then I got to find out, man, I know you actually do write exams. I was like, it can't be high school. It can't be high school again. What are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
what's up? So we were told that you do write exams at the end of the year. And you do write test and quiz and all of that, everything that has to do with that. Assessments, assessments were the most boring part of everything because you needed to do an assessment. You needed to, I don't know if it's only me, but the fact that you have to you have to always have references of where did you get this
Yes, yeah.
from which date, from when was it published, which book. It irritates me a lot.
You're
It's
not
a lot of
alone.
work.
You're not alone.
It's a lot of work. So
Yeah.
when it comes to that, I had to be like, oh my God. And every time I had last minute submissions.
And for those submissions, which subjects were that? Which subjects
It
were
was
you?
professional practice,
Yeah.
live performance, movement. Believe it or not, I was like, aren't we only dancing, Ganti? They're like, no, movement. So, and also performance theory.
So, does look for some courses, right? You find subjects that are very practical and subjects that are very theoretical. So, in your course, were all the subjects practical and
No.
theoretical?
Okay, well, which one is this?
And how many subjects did you have altogether, if you may add?
Okay, let me count it. It was professional practice, performance theory, live performance, right? Acting for camera. Which one is this? Voice,
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, you mentioned.
So we had 6 modules.
Yeah.
Yes, in those 6 modules in movement, we had the practical side as well as the theory that we had to do assessments in. You see? And then for professional practice, it was always theory. It was always theory. So I would say that one was just based on theory.
Yeah.
And then for live performance, we only had like assessments, you see, to submit and do our research and so forth. And then with the practical side, of course. And then with acting for camera, we also did have practicals and assessments, but we were too much on practical. And then voice, assessments as well, assessments and practicals. In practicals, we had to literally introduce yourself. I think, if I remember correctly, you had to introduce yourself, do a poem. You see that you were given. You had to deliver a poem in a certain way.
Articulated.
Be articulative. Deliver a poem in a certain way, and then after that, after the poem, you do your tongue twisters. She's okay, she sells seashells by the seashore. It's part of, those are part of, and then there were others. I forgot the which what. Yeah, but like there were so many tongue twisters that you have to make, and the articulations of that goes straight to the diaphragm because it would literally make this and use, you
Yes,
understand, because your
yes.
voice has to come from here. If it doesn't come from here, if it comes from here, it will strain you a
Yeah.
lot. So it had to come from here. You know, we were given so many practices. We also had a voice practitioner, but I'm so sorry, I'm embarrassed, I forgot the voice practitioner.
And how long was the course? I mean, the subjects, was it like a 2 year thing or three
It
years?
was 3 years, but I did not complete my 3 years because I had a
Okay.
change of mind. I mean, when you're still young, believe it or not, you'll keep on changing a lot, a lot. Because all of a sudden I got an interest in chemicals and I was like, where are we going in this world? But to be honest, I really love acting a lot.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's time, like it gives you. There was this one time I performed a monologue. I cried on stage. Um, it was for live performance. So I had to be a widow that is still grieving her husband. In this box, that's where you see whereby we had to improv. You understand, as if we're holding something.
Yeah.
I was not holding anything, but I pretended as if I was holding something. And it made a statement, and you would understand it if you were there. You would be like, you can actually see it, but it's not there. That's the whole thing. It's so beautiful. So I had to pretend that I'm holding this box, I'm handing it over to this person that I'm talking about. But at the same time, I'm like, I miss my husband, the memories that we made, and but now he's gone. You see, so I have to move on. It is I don't remember the monologue, but I do remember what it was about. You understand? I literally put myself in that widow's shoes. I literally was the character. I cried after I did not even notice that I was done with performing. It felt real. It felt
Yeah.
like I'm not performing. And by the time I heard like people, applauding and stuff like that with applause, I was like a bit frightened because I'm like, I was in the moment.
Yeah.
I was not in the fact that I'm performing. I was like, okay, Talita, come back to the world. You're not the
I'll tell you what.
widow. You're
Yes.
actually just, performing as one. So it was beautiful.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, looking back at this whole journey and what you've learned so far, what is the message that you've got for the young Talita at high school, still considering whether should I become a firefighter or should I become an actress? Should I become a chemical engineer? What message have you got for the young Talita and young people right now in high school or who are currently taking a gap year and hopes to study what you're studying?
Okay, most of us are very indecisive, and even older people suffer with that. But we never know. To be honest, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go a bit off topic here. Every time when I have to go somewhere, I always ask my friend Naimana. I'll be like, Naimana, what should I wear tomorrow? I do not
Yes.
know what to wear
Yeah.
tomorrow. Even today, I bothered one of my friends called Esther. I'm like, Esther, what should I wear tomorrow?
Yeah.
She was like, it's you again, Talia. So, so we are very indecisive. So I would say to young people and also to my young self, please make a decision. Do not waste your time because being indecisive, it wastes a lot of time.
100%.
I'm not saying that my time was wasted with acting. I enjoyed it. It's good to explore. But at the same time, remember, time is not on your side. So don't be indecisive and waste your time. Know what you want from high school. By the time you go out there, because I'm telling you, it's rough out there once you
Yeah.
get, life after matric is not a kid's play. You understand? So stop being indecisive and decide what you want. Know who you want to be. Surround yourself with the people or the caliber of people that you want to be, like. Or
Yeah.
they normally say that if you want to be rich, surround yourself with people that
Yes.
are wealthy. If you want to be an actor, if you want to be anything, surround yourself with people that are around the industry that you want to be part of. You understand?
Yeah.
In order for you to know that you're heading to the right directions, of course, you're growing up. Of course, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be pretty much indecisive, but be indecisive in the right place. You
Yes.
understand? With mentors that are able to be like, you're getting off track, get back here. So, me coming out from high school, I did not really have mentors.
Yeah.
I did not really have people that would put me back on track. I literally had to, be on my own. So, yeah, it's a good opportunity it's a good thing if you're still in high school, meaning that you can look for those type of people. Please, as a young person, also do practice networking. It's very important
Yes.
because you get to realize that, no, man, we are each other's stepping stones to going to the level that we want to go to. We are each other's ladders. In fact, we help each other. Everyone, if I'm here, somebody pulled me from where I was to be here today.
Yeah.
So we cannot do things on our own. One of my favorite authors, my Dr. Hlami, she has a doctorate in agriculture and so forth. I was in one of the events that she was also a part of. She said that we help each other. Nobody can make it without anybody's help. You see, so we must be there to also uplift each other. We make it together. We're a village. We do it together. It's all for one for all. Amandla, whatever. So yes, that's what I would give a young person. Don't be indecisive. Surround yourself with what you want to become.
Yeah.
And please, people, I know we pray in different ways. I know we have different religions. If it means that you have to go and bow down to any God that you serve, do that. Spiritual awakening, it also helps in some sort of way. So, in all that, just decide because time is not really on your side.
Awesome. Awesome. In simple terms, remember the old saying, birds of the same feathers flock together.
That's true.
Awesome. In 2 minutes, the last question right now. Any future plans, career goals?
I think I did mention that earlier. Next year, I'm going to be doing my part-time studying in cosmetic chemist. Cosmetic chemist is whereby you're a person that's in the lab and you're mixing chemicals of perfumes, face products and so forth.
Yeah.
So the reason why I chose it is because I'm a very curious person and also it has money.
As simple as that.
Simple as that. I mean, when you have money,
Yeah.
you can make any career possible.
Yes.
So even if I want to shift to another career, I can. Not to say that money is important. Is obviously money is important, but not to say that money is everything.
Yes.
But with cosmetic chemists, it revolves with time.
Yeah.
You know, facial products. There's always another face product. There's always another perfume that people want to go for. So I was like, this one is good for me because it won't end in 2025. It will continue. You see, like IT is the world right now.
Yeah.
Everyone is in software coding.
Yes.
So it's actually, coding is the future. People are telling you, want to be a social worker? Yo, social worker. There's AI to solve your problems.
Yeah.
There's meta AI on WhatsApp, actually, that's solving people's problems that you can just talk to and then it'll answer you, give you advice on what to do. So why do you need a social worker for? You see, so the world is revolving, more robotics are taking part
Yeah.
and so move with the world. Don't stay behind.
Awesome. You heard the message. Move with the world and
Don't stay behind.
Great. Talita, you have been a blessing, eh? And you have been a mouthful. I've learned a lot. There's certain things that I was not aware of. I think after this, I would go and practice my voice as well. I think, okay, you're saying something like, oh, yeah, I need to practice my voice. Oh, I need to do that. Maybe channel more my inner, that emotion and stuff.
Yeah.
To express myself well or enough. So I've learned a lot and you've been a blessing. Here at Steke Podcast, we are always encouraged when we see people do
Tell me
well.
something. So sorry to interrupt you. Why is it called Steke podcast? I'm
It's
so
a word.
curious.
It's a word
Okay.
that describes more. In African cultures, we have that moment where we're sitting maybe around the fire, or we're sharing a story. It's like a buzz. That's the
Oh, like around the fire.
yeah, or
and
either maybe
then-
just a group of Janes sitting and sharing a story. That's
Okay, that's nice.
awesome.
I would
That's
not
what's
think
called
about
staking.
it.
So anyway, as I said, we wish you nothing but the best, and we cannot wait to see you one day. Hopefully, we will interview you as a professional. Awesome.
Hope so too.
Cheers.
Thank you.